TikTok's serious problem of filming strangers has gotten worse than ever. An increasing number of men are using Ray-Ban Meta glasses to secretly film and post their interactions with women.
What are the odds we go on a date?
Are those Meta glasses?
No, they're my regular glasses. Prescribed.
Filming me.
I'm not filming you.
PSA ladies, we're no longer flirting with men on a night out, especially if they're wearing glasses, because you will see yourself on TikTok the next day. Caption: how to confidently approach women on a night out.
All of the people who have been filmed without their consent have been covered or blurred by me, not the original creator. In a previous video, I talked about how the issue of filming strangers has gotten worse due to Ray-Ban Meta glasses. I talked about several ways that those AI camera glasses have been contributing to this issue, including the Rizz or pickup videos where men will film their interactions with women, having conversations with them, flirting with them, trying to get their number, and then they post it to TikTok. Ray-Ban Meta glasses are making it easier than ever for these men to make this type of content. Since my last video, there's a growing number of women sharing their experiences of being approached by a man and having no idea that he was filming their entire interaction using Meta glasses until she comes across the video of herself on TikTok. So today we're going to be looking at some of the situations where this has happened and discuss the growing concerns around Meta glasses. This woman's storytime video has over 6 million views. She's sharing that a man approached her as she was checking out at the grocery store. He has a conversation with her, he gets her number, but little did she know he was recording the entire interaction using his Meta glasses and then posted it to TikTok.
I tell my sister about the interaction. I tell her what he's wearing, what he looks like, how he's wearing glasses, and she stops me and says, "Were they Meta glasses? Was he recording you?" I don't know. The light wasn't flashing. I don't think so, but I don't know. I find his other account, which has 30,000 followers, and he records women unknowingly while he's trying to pick them up on 6th Street. Usually drunk girls.
The fact that Meta glasses are something women now have to look out for is absolutely insane. And in general, there's a growing number of these accounts out there where these men are wearing Meta glasses to film their interactions with women to then post it to TikTok. Why? To teach men how to be confident, when they themselves don't even seem to have enough confidence to be front and center in their own videos.
He texts me almost immediately after getting home from the store. I'm conversing with him, and then I respond and I say, "By the way, were you videoing me on your glasses?" He doesn't respond. I say, "Please don't post me online." Crickets. So I wake up the next morning, I check his account, and the video is posted for the world to see.
The video that man posted has over 20 million views. I think it goes without saying that there are much more efficient and effective ways to teach confidence that don't include secretly filming drunk women outside of bars. Is it really confidence if they all have to be inebriated before you talk to them?
Sir, I spoke to you because I was drunk. You didn't need confidence. I would have spoken to a wall. I am just sick. I cannot keep scrolling through TikTok, and I've seen myself not once, not twice, 3 times. 3 times I've been the poster child for how to approach a woman on a night out.
Social media and technology is so weird because what do you mean you can just film and post someone without any consent? Under anything having to do with this issue, including these women's videos, my previous video, you will see something persistently like,
"You have no reasonable expectation of privacy in public."
Right, and that was actually something I talked about in my last video. This topic definitely requires comfortability with nuance and understanding that multiple things can be true at the same time. Okay, so everybody join me there. Is it legal in the United States to record people in public without their permission? Yes. Are there lots of ways being able to do so protects freedom of speech? Yes. And I would say even more so right now with everything that's been going on. Are these people that we're talking about abusing that and causing harm? I would definitely say so. The problem I see is that these platforms allow it and incentivize these people to continue and more people to pop up with these types of accounts.
There's accounts who go to the beach, who go to swim parks, all these different areas where people are wearing bikinis and like revealing clothing, but they're having fun and minding their business. They just have the glasses on, recording, walking behind girls, little girls. Someone needs to do something about that because that's insane and gross.
This TikTok has 1.5 million views. A man was talking to her at the airport. She didn't know he was wearing Meta glasses until she saw the video on social media. A lot of people have also been dismissing this by drawing false equivalencies to security cameras being the same thing as someone secretly filming you without your consent and then posting it on social media. Surveillance cameras are completely different when it comes to intent, distribution, and impact. I mean, if you just look at like why the filming is occurring, what exactly is being filmed, what's being done with that footage, and the impact of what's done with that footage, they're worlds apart from each other. And that explains why so many people don't care about surveillance cameras, but are widely disturbed at the idea of someone filming them without their knowledge, using meta glasses to then post to social media. Meta glasses are not for your safety. There's a huge difference between being recorded for safety and being recorded for public humiliation.
When I had a boss, he purchased the glasses and he would record all the clients and then show it back to me and be like, look how drunk that girl looked. Look at the way she looked at me. Look at her stumble out of here like that. And immediately I realized A, that my boss is a creep, and B, what those meta glasses could mean for our society, and I think it's detriment.
I don't condone, but by this logic, phones should remove the camera option. The potential harm around people filming irresponsibly with meta glasses is arguably worse than a phone or a traditional camera, because at least if someone has their phone or an obvious camera pointed in your direction, at least you know they're filming and you have a few options at your disposal. You can choose to get out of the frame, stop interacting with them, or report them if it's in a space where recording isn't allowed. And if you're somebody who's generally comfortable being filmed, then you can at least modify what you're saying or doing with knowing that that interaction is being filmed. But I think that really comes to show how meta glasses not being easily recognized as cameras is the entire point for a good chunk of these people who are using them.
I want to get real reactions. I don't want to tell them they're being on camera or point a camera to their face, because then the reactions would change. This is what I look like. I approach girls. They either f with me or they don't f with me. And that's just the type of content I do.
I've caught like 5 guys at my strip club trying to wear them, very against the rules.
You think these grown men are using these glasses to vlog? You think they're doing their little day in the lives? You think they're using this AI to spell check their emails? Do I look stupid? Don't answer that. But these people keep coming into my place of work wearing these glasses, and they're like, hey, and I'm like this. They're like, I'm sorry. Did I say that you could record me? Take that shit off. What, you're just casually wearing them? You're casually just wearing your meta glasses? How did we get here?
Here I am with meta glasses, but sometimes I want to record my kids while also being able to enjoy the moment with them without holding a phone/camera. Like most technology, meta glasses are not inherently bad, it's what people choose to do with them. And I feel like it's important for me to point out that there are genuinely life-improving use cases for them. For example, the features that come with these glasses can be very helpful for people who are blind. And of course, there are just like innocent and harmless use cases for them. There are a lot of people who just want hands-free filming for things like crafts or thrifting, or like just basically things that just like are your own stuff and hobbies. Although I will say I've seen quite a few people talk about getting meta glasses for this reason and it kind of just being a disappointment. And the camera quality overall is not that great. I'm a bit of a camera nerd. If I need a hands-free filming option, I would not be buying meta glasses. They don't seem like a high-quality option to me, but that's just me. But I will say, if you are wearing meta glasses and going out and about with them, especially if you're actively recording, even without ill intent, someone wearing meta glasses can make people uncomfortable. I was an a-hole who wore meta glasses in a public place, didn't disclose it, and unintentionally made people super uncomfortable. Unfortunately, I didn't realize it until now, months later, as I'm going through our vacation footage. And she's just pointing out how the people are looking at her and staring at her, like wondering what she's doing. She's blurred out their faces. Please don't be like me. People deserve to know when you're wearing a recording device around them, even if you have the best intentions. It's nice that you understand now. I don't personally feel comfortable around anyone wearing them. My boyfriend picked up my car for me after some repairs, and he ended up chatting with the mechanic. When he came back, he told me that a few minutes into the conversation, he noticed that the mechanic was wearing meta glasses, and he wrapped up that conversation as quickly as he could after that. Was the mechanic actually recording? My boyfriend didn't know, and he didn't care. He was uncomfortable as soon as he realized what the glasses actually were, and he didn't want to talk anymore. The issue isn't necessarily that meta glasses exist. The issue is how easily they enable deception at scale and how quickly that's spreading. And you really just don't know. Like, what are you doing, person in front of me? So how would you even know if someone is wearing meta glasses? If someone is actively recording using meta glasses, you should be able to see a little light shining on one of the corners. And it is set up in a way that if the light is covered, then it can't start recording. However, it's very well known at this point that there are plenty of ways to make sure that the glasses can still record if the light's covered. People have been selling specialized stickers for that on the TikTok shop.
And I got this on TikTok shop. It's slim and sleek. You don't really notice that it's there, but I'm able to record and keep conversations candid.
So that means that the light is not a reliable way of being able to tell. The glasses themselves, recording or not, are not impossible to detect, but it does require you to know what meta glasses are in the first place and be able to take a really good look at that person's glasses and kind of know what you're looking for, which how many people are doing that? I'm sure there's plenty of people that don't even know what meta glasses are. I had quite a few people under my last video talking about they didn't even know what meta glasses were in the first place. Like, this is not something people tend to expect or are actively looking for. If someone is wearing glasses and you want to know whether or not they're wearing meta glasses, just take a few extra seconds to look at their glasses. With meta glasses, they have the typical Ray-Ban style. It's a really thick rim, and then you're looking for lenses on the sides of the glasses. They also have a different style, which are the Oakleys, which are sports sunglasses. The camera lens for that style is just in the center of the glasses. Another giveaway is if someone is wearing those style of glasses and they're approaching you saying or doing really strange things.
Let me show you a good time. Rizz.
I understand that a lot of people, for their safety, stay offline completely and on purpose. So I think what really bristles me about this topic are the lack of options to protect yourself if your goal is not to be recorded and posted online. And there's this kind of catch-22 I've noticed with this whole thing as well. Even if you do notice the person talking to you is wearing meta glasses and you ask them about it and confront them on that, they very well might just post your reaction of that.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not in the mood today.
What?
No. No. No.
And I first responded, "Hey, are you recording me?" And he said, "Huh? No, I'm not recording you. Anyway, I really want to ask you out. What are you into?" So he just lied and then just kept recording me and recorded me shutting him down when I said, "No, I'm not interested." Which then my mind goes to like, ew, like, does he do this to like get rejected and then just rewatch the video later?
Like, even noticing that these people are filming and telling them to kick rocks is an interesting reaction for them to post. But then so is engaging and just being oblivious and having a normal conversation with them. It's very clear that these people want some sort of interaction or reaction. So like, does it work to just give them nothing? Walk away and no longer engage at all as soon as you notice that they're filming with meta glasses? I feel like that's my go-to. You just kind of become dead to me. But some of these people are extremely persistent. It's gross. Like, if you ignore them, there's no saying that they'll just leave you alone. And also, some of these people end up recording people who are actively working, especially in a service worker capacity, like in retail or restaurants. In that context, your only options are really just to ask them to stop and hope your employer backs you up, as many places have no filming policies and can trespass someone if they're filming and refuse to stop. I made a whole video on people who basically film themselves being disrespectful to service workers as a content strategy. It's insane. Wouldn't it be nice if people just filmed responsibly?
I'm actually seeing a lot more content creators like filming out and about POV angles with these glasses. And I'm just like, I think if you're going to do this type of content, you should be individually blurring out everyone's faces that you don't have permission to film. Like, it's not super difficult. It is tedious, but you should be mindful that you're filming in a public space.
Mind you, the content creators usually want to stay faceless, but show everyone else. I agree, blurring people out is very easy to do, as I've been doing this entire video. And I think it's the bare minimum if you're capturing people out and about. Although, if you're wearing these POV angle glasses out and about on the street, just wherever, people very well might still be uncomfortable because they don't know whether or not, for sure, if you're actually filming or what you would do with the footage. They don't know if you're going to post a video focused on them, as we see all the time with these videos where someone makes up a narrative about a random person captured in the background of the video. Meta glasses are truly the wild, wild west of cameras. The concerns and even the disdain that so many people have towards meta glasses absolutely makes sense. We've talked very in depth about all of this, so let me know if anything I said in this video stood out to you or anything I didn't mention. Bye.